hey, listen, it's not a big deal. I'm really worried about, this legal thing.
There's nothing to worry about.
Can I fuck you and you're still 13?
Yeah.
You think?
I won't tell anybody.
Jim, an interstate commerce faculty member at the University of Cincinnati, started a webcam session with, quote, Cheyenne, a girl he believed to be 13. This is his interrogation. He literally led off with asking the decoy if she wanted to give him oral sex. Over the course of 11 days, Rauch would send naked pictures of himself, one of them in his office, as well as make plans to take her back to his place for sex. Jim would take off in his car drunk on his way to see Cheyenne. He would get lost on his way, calling her and cursing like a sailor about not being able to find the house, saying things like, quote, the bears are looking for my dick. When he arrived at the Sting house, no one was there except the police to pick him up. When being interrogated, Rauch maintains a jovial demeanor with the cops, likely due to the cops trying to give him enough rope to hang himself and him being tipsy from the alcohol he consumed earlier, consistently laughing and joking around with them throughout the course of 2 hours, as you will see. He maintains his innocence, claiming that he was only visiting the girl because he wanted to help her cope through her parents' divorce, and that he sent her a picture of his penis for educational purposes. He never takes responsibility for his actions, only blaming everyone else: the decoy for enticing him, the police for mistakenly arresting him, his wife for leaving him, and even Yahoo for letting kids into their chat rooms. His reasoning for his sexually explicit dialogue with the decoy was so she could, quote, open up to him. Rauch also tells the cops many unnecessary anecdotes from his personal life, detailing his past drug use, playing the keyboard at several country clubs, and participating in swingers clubs. He also uses being a swinger as a defense, claiming that if he wanted to get laid, he would have had a wide variety of adult women to choose from. On August 10, 2007, he was charged.
You just were out driving?
No, I don't want to admit that.
Okay. Did you come out to see somebody today?
Somebody invited me to come over.
Okay. Well, who was that?
Cheyenne something.
How'd you meet Cheyenne?
I was online, came up.
Okay. When you were online, do you do that at home, or do you?
I do it at home.
You do it at home? Okay.
Yes.
Is that generally the only place you do it?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have your own personal computer or laptop?
Yes.
Detectives will always ask suspects about their computers and where they are in the house. This is because they will always be seized and searched, especially for a certain type of pornography.
Is it
Both.
Oh, you have both?
I actually have 2 laptops.
Okay, 2 laptops?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's my business.
Okay, it's your business? Okay.
What type of business?
I do web pages for University of Cincinnati. I have access to those. I need to have access to them in order to do the business with them.
And you usually use all those computers to chat to people, or chat, or do you just use one specific, or?
Usually at home.
Okay, usually at home. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And
if I do chat, which I don't do. But that, again, because of the fact of the business that I'm in.
From his slurring of his words, you can tell that he is still clearly intoxicated.
Chat is a part of what I do. And chat is a part of University of Cincinnati distance learning.
okay.
And I need to be able to access that in order to be able to do the business I do with them.
Okay. So you met Cheyenne.
I didn't meet Cheyenne. She came after me.
Okay, she came after you. Tell me
He immediately begins blaming the decoy for his actions.
about that.
I don't know. I don't know exactly how it happened at all. I have no recollection at all what happened for her to make contact with me. I don't know, was I on some line of some sort? I have no idea.
So you were chatting, and she came on to you while you were chatting sometime?
Well, somebody did, whatever, who that Cheyenne is.
Okay. Do you know how old Cheyenne was?
She told me she was 13, but and I was very, very, very. I don't do that.
You don't do that?
I don't want to do that. I mean, I'm not there.
You're not there?
Not at all. I'd be happy, like give me an 18, 19-year-old, and I'll be happy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. 13-year-olds, God, it's gross.
I will remind you that he initiated the conversation with 13-year-old Cheyenne by asking for oral sex.
That's not your thing?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you were talking to Cheyenne on the chat line, what'd you guys talk about?
Well, and up until this afternoon, which was, I don't know what I gave in for, but I thought she was more like an adult. But no, I was very, very cautious not to be there. I didn't want to be there.
This is a lie. Chat log would show he was extremely sexual and forward.
Okay.
I really don't. That's not my thing. I don't like it. I don't want it. Don't want it. Oh, it's work.
But you might have had a little curiosity.
No, I don't even.
Which is
I'm
normal.
not even curiosity. I don't have any curiosity about it. It's too young. It's stupid. And now you can go back and look at all the records of the conversations I've had. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. It's stupid. I don't. That's not what I want to be.
Okay.
I don't even. That's not me.
Guilty suspects will often go above and beyond to attempt to prove their innocence. An innocent person who is genuinely not interested in a 13-year-old might just leave it at absolutely not.
Is that you?
No, not at all.
Do you have any type of webcam or anything like that?
I do have a webcam.
Okay. Do you ever use it for any purposes? Or?
It's available.
He used the webcam in question to send fully nude explicit pictures to Cheyenne.
Okay.
Use it. I don't know what that means.
Okay. Right. So we didn't get into what you guys talked about. What you guys talked about?
I was very, very up until today, which is obviously the reason the results have come. I have been very, very cautious of not talking about anything. I do not want to be involved with a 13-year-old. I do not like it. I don't want it, and for some reason I just relaxed and.
So who do you think you were talking to?
Another person.
Another person.
Really, that's perfect. And that's honest with you. I don't know, for whatever worth value that is. I cannot condone the statements that I would have made this afternoon to her. I wish I could retract them.
Yeah.
Not because of you guys.
Yeah.
But because of the fact that I just don't. That's not it. That's not me. I don't see it.
Jim, I understand. All right. And I understand you've made a mistake. Okay. I've read the chats.
Right.
Okay?
And you can see how.
I see here where you told her that you wanted to fuck around, and that you.
We're then what provoked that?
Yeah.
I mean, we can go down.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to the details of the thing.
Yeah.
I understand what you got.
Yeah.
And I know what you got.
I'm just trying to understand here.
I did not meet with her. Number one. Number two, I didn't really want to meet with her.
Okay.
It was I really, if you go to the bottom lines of things, let's talk about facts that I denied, and I did not want to do that. I really did not want to.
Jim, I know you're under a lot of pressure right now.
I'm not
sure
under
your wife.
pressure at all.
Well,
I'm not. I'm really not. I mean, obviously being here is a little bit of pressure, but that's not.
Are you married?
Yes. No. God, no. You want her? You can have her. I'm sorry.
I got one of my own. That's enough for me.
Yeah, this is just give her ammunition. That's all.
Well, I'm not trying to give no ammunition for nobody. This is just me, you, and Kate here. Okay.
Well, it's not, but
Well.
okay. I did not do anything to this, whatever this person is, whoever it is. I did not intentionally
Okay.
I met with this person because this person, whoever it is, male or female or whatever, enticed me to the point where I wanted to. And
Did you? So you guys did talk about sexual acts in your conversations.
I don't know that.
Okay.
You can go back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking.
I don't know. I really don't know. It doesn't really, as far as I'm concerned,
You know,
it doesn't matter.
You know, Jim, I'm just trying to figure out what really happened. Because if we don't talk about it now, and if I just give this to somebody, they're going to think you are a sick, maybe possibly a child predator, and I don't think you're that point, okay?
I'm not.
And you're not. But if we don't talk about it, what else?
Tell me.
What else can I tell people? Saying, you know, Jim made a mistake. This is what
didn't
happened.
follow through. Number one. Number two.
Yeah.
Number two. Because the fact I didn't follow through is I'm not so sure that I wasn't turned down the street right when I was picked up.
Yeah.
If you check back on the records, on the results, there have been at least three times where I turned around. And I don't do this. Number one, I don't really want to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Give me some sex, okay? And I'll find ways to do the sex, but not this youth thing. Okay? This is crap. This is really crap.
If nobody stopped you tonight, what do you think might have happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And I'll be honest with you about that. Nothing. Nothing would have happened. Okay. God, is this a place to tell the stories?
It's as good a place as any. Jim, we're just trying to be honest with each other.
I went to a swingers club last night and walked out
Where's that at?
in Dayton.
Up in Dayton, Ohio, Kentucky?
Dayton, Ohio. I walked out. And the reason I walked out is because, no, it's not for me. I'm not selective. I don't want you to think of it as being selective. I'm looking for some satisfaction from somebody. And I'm not looking. And again, my own motivation is not to just find somebody who's interested in me. Okay, not young, not old, not fat, not thin, not someone who is interested in who I am. And that's where we are.
And how long have you and your wife been divorced? Or been separated? Or
We've been divorced for 2000. What was it? 4 years? Almost 5 years.
5 years ago?
I've had relationships with other women. It's not that. It's not a sexual thing at all.
What is it?
There's somebody, and I guess, and I put this out. Maybe this isn't the right place for doing it, but Cheyenne, whoever Cheyenne is, some George down the hallway, talked to me. And when that person talked to me, it was a person. Now, I have other people that I talk to, and for whatever that's worth, and I don't want to bring them into this, but
Made you feel good, didn't it?
it kept me away from that loneliness that I have when I'm sitting in my house by myself, and somebody talks to me.
Nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
You feel that lonely feeling, and you know.
Whatever,
And-
however that accommodates itself.
And she tried and filled that, didn't she? She fulfilled that need.
Yeah, but then it turns around because of this crap, which I understand you need for doing it. I don't.
So,
I think
so
there's
you
a
live
need for
alone.
there's a need for people out there, and and that need is fulfilled by. And the law enforcement, by the way, I'm in criminal justice. I hate to tell you that. That's the bottom line. But
All right.
but I am. I at UC, I work for the criminal justice department. There is a need for people in this society to have a connection with somebody, and I don't care. I don't want where that connection comes from. I think is crucial, and that's where I got fucked up, you know. But don't judge me on that.
I'm not judging you.
I know you're not. I know, but eventually I will be. So yeah, and I know that system, how it works.
But Jim, I can understand that, you know, when you're feeling lonely and you feel like you have, you know, you just live by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you feel that lonely, and you go home every night.
Yeah.
You're feeling lonely. You talk to Cheyenne.
Or whoever.
And whoever, you know, you're chatting to Cheyenne here. You feel like you can feel. Do you feel like you can feel open to say things?
Right. And I don't, you know. And I think it's unfair of the justice systems to condemn me for talking to somebody. If it's underage, I can understand that, and I know that's where you come in. My relationship was created with my relationship to Cheyenne was because of the fact that I closed that out, and I fault you guys with that because. Of the investigations or how you do that is that person who's making those communications starts to connect with the person, and that connection that you make is maybe with the perverted people is one it's really negative, but with a person like me, it connects. There's somebody who's talking to you. And I don't know. You do what you have to do. Let's cut the bullshit. Let's go. I'm to the point. You know, I'm lonely. I'm not going to get back to my ex-wife. I wouldn't do that anyway.
Yeah.
I have people who don't want to talk to me anymore. I don't care. So I have somebody, Cheyenne, who talks to, or whoever it is, whoever is Cheyenne. And it's okay. Yeah, maybe I went over the border, and if I did, that's what I'm paying the price.
So you spend a lot of time chatting?
I don't know what a lot of time is.
I guess it's relative to.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, probably a couple hours a day,
Yeah.
maybe 3. And most of it's not chatting. Most of it's just trying to find somebody who wants to talk.
Yeah.
And I think that's a major problem too.
What do you generally talk about with Cheyenne or other people? Just whatever
Anything,
comes up?
Anything. Music. The weather. Really. It really is. I'm trying to, I'm really being honest about that. I don't think it's going to go any further. I mean, you're gonna, this great, wonderful thing. You're going to find out the answers to the world on chatting, but it's a whole world out there, and I have some real problems with what's going on right here, because I think it's an invasion of privacy. Not in terms of the younger age. I think that somebody else should have stopped that before I got to it.
Well, I'm not a chatter.
Okay.
So if you could educate me a little bit on,
Okay.
where would you go to find
in
somebody
the case
to talk
in the
with?
case of the Cheyenne thing,
Mm-hmm.
that was done through Yahoo Messenger, who has, if you're 18, you're not allowed here. If you are, if in the sessions, adult Kentucky. And in that regard, that's where I really come off with I think it's not fair for you to come at me. Except for the fact that up front, because of the way you guys do the way you do things, you make sure that you say it's 13, 14, whatever. But that shouldn't be there in the first place. If it's going to be if it's going to be something that legally binds Yahoo or Goggle or whoever it happens to be an adult place to go, then if I go there and you even say that you're 13, why are you there in the first place? How did you get through that first level? And I really have a problem with that. You guys have heard this over and over and over.
I'm really interested in knowing how this chat thing works and how you met Cheyenne. What type?
I don't have any idea. I could go back to that. I don't know what initiated the first conversation with Cheyenne. I don't remember. It could have been 3 weeks ago. It could have been a week ago. I have no idea. But I know that maybe I went through and I looked and I went down my list of people who were adult cams, and I said, "Hey, you interested in talking?" Oh, webcam available, and the name comes up.
So you could tell that they had a webcam?
Yes, you can tell that.
Okay. So that's something that you look for
No,
when you talk to people?
I don't. No. I don't look for it. I don't look for
okay.
it. No, I look for somebody to talk to. And
But if they have a webcam, even better.
no, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. It means that they're probably a prostitute and they're putting their stuff out in the can. Most likely, it means it doesn't mean a damn thing at all.
So what happens after that?
Okay, I put up a message out and they respond. And Cheyenne responds.
What happens after that? I'm not tech savvy. So
Okay. So Cheyenne responds. She says, "Hi, how are you?" "Hi. Yeah, what you doing?" And it goes from there. And then you know, if they're in the legal system and they're taking care of their little niches that they need to take care of, say, well, hey, I'm only 13. Oh, that's okay. Still want to talk to you. What's going on? How was school today? And I don't mean that. It sounds so trite, and it doesn't mean in terms of me. I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher. Done it. How was your school today? Is not, well, let me get in and fuck you. That's not it. It's understanding that person. And I guess that's what the,
Because they have social needs too,
they
just
have
like
social
you.
needs. Here, okay, and then in what is presented to me from Cheyenne or whoever it is, stupid said me as one, is here's this girl, supposedly girl, who supposedly is going through a divorce, whose parents are separated, not as an opportunity for me as a predator to go after them, but as a person to try and answer questions, and then I
You're
just
helping
thought-
them.
except for, like I said, this afternoon, which I went way over, and I only went overboard because of the fact that I personally was frustrated, but that's neither here nor there.
So do you see your role as helping them through their life as well as them helping you?
I'm always doing that. That's the person I am.
Sounds like you've done it for many years. I mean, you've helped people,
30, 40 years.
Huh.
And not on the internet, but yeah.
Well, I'm not saying in your life. In your lifetime, you've helped many people.
To my colleague, it's next door to me. I'm helping her do what she needs to do. I'm not a bad person. I'm really not. And I didn't hurt her. I hurt whoever this Cheyenne was, which was, and I knew it. I don't know. Maybe in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I knew this was bad. I knew this was bad. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking,
You
maybe
knew what was bad.
it was a setup. It was all a setup.
Oh, talking with her was a setup?
Yeah, from the beginning. And in that frame, I was hoping that it wasn't. But in the good nature that I am, that's so much more. I really wanted to help.
How are you going to help her tonight?
I don't know. Tonight,
Mm-hmm.
talk with her. Talk with her about this divorce thing that her parents were going through. I mean, really, that was my just.
Do you think it could have been more?
No. Got it. Okay. And let me go back to what I was talking about last evening. I went to, like I said, a swingers club last night in Dayton. I walked down. 3 women there. That's not what I mean, sexual.
But in your chat, you asked if she would have
Well,
sex.
only because I'm trying to get that corner into her to let loose, and and I don't know, maybe in the wrong, maybe in the bad sense of things, maybe that was it, but I don't think it was. I wouldn't have followed through with it.
I think it was more just trying to get a connection with her.
Yeah, I really do. I think she just doesn't know where she's going. She doesn't know where she's going.
She's trying to figure life out, and you're trying to help her figure that life out.
At least in my sense of it.
In your mind.
I would have. The last thing I wanted to do was come over here to Campbell County and meet a 13-year-old. Give me a break. Last night I could have had 2 women. Why would I want to do that?
But tonight you were just trying to help somebody.
I really feel I was trying to do that. And I turned her down twice. If you read those damn emails, I turned her down twice. I'm not coming. I'm scared. I don't want to do it. It's too much for me to do.
Yeah.
And I really felt that way. But I was trying to. She was so searching. Now again, it's that. And this is the part that bothers me, is that provoking to get me to do something. Without that provoking, it should have backed off. If it had been backed off, I would not even thought about it.
Yeah, but she must have really needed you for you
No,
to,
not
for
she,
her to,
whoever it is. Let's make clear.
right, but what you thought was that she needed you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I go back to that in relationship to the police department, the criminal justice. You gotta watch out how far you take that, because there are people who do care about other people, and I'm. You can write off this thing. You can take me to court and all that. I wasn't going to hurt that kid.
And I don't think you would.
I wasn't. There's no question about it.
Jim, I honestly think you were not going to hurt Cheyenne or whoever you thought you were going to meet tonight. Jim, I know you're not going to hurt her, right?
No, I know that. No, I wasn't.
I don't think you had any.
I have more intention of hurting myself than I do of hurting her.
But you needed to fill a void.
No. It's not a void. I don't want to make it a void. I got people I talk to some places. Okay.
What a need.
I have a need to help people. Yeah. Maybe that's closer to it than filling a void. Because I do have people who have problems, and I have no problems. But
Relationships are hard, and it sounds like that the connection that you were making with her, she was innocent, you were innocent, you were just trying to help her, and it just got out of hand.
It got out of hand. I agree with you.
Yeah, and it's much easier to talk to a younger person because they're more open and understanding.
But see, and again, this is the lesson I think that you need to learn. You're playing a role, or whoever's doing it is playing the role of something that they're not. And when they play that role, they've got all this stuff behind them, all this garbage, not garbage, it's not really garbage, it's really experience. Okay, they've got that behind them, and they're manipulating that all the way through it.
Mm-hmm.
And with a person or a good, successful, what are they called, officer, who is doing this, a good officer can remove that a little bit, so they can be innocent to bring that in. But the return on that, which is the problem, is the person from the outside who comes in. They don't see it as that person who has all that control. And therefore, relax, give up levels of intensity that they might not have if they were talking to an adult. And therefore, because of relaxing that intensity, maybe get some things out that need to get out, but also go, in my case, go overboard, and expect that person who's on the other side, who is intelligent enough and has the experience enough to really understand what's going on there, makes a critical judgment instead of an emotional judgment on what's happened to a person like me. I don't know if that makes sense, but do what you have to do. I don't really care. I mean, I really do. It's either gonna crush my life or we're gonna go.
I think by getting it off your shoulders and talking about it, I think at least you're making a step somewhere. I mean,
I'm not trying to get some damn 13-year-old in my bed. That's not it. If I want to get somebody in my bed, I go to the swingers club. I go to the people I date, which there are 3 or 4 that I normally date, and I can do that. I'm not a predator. I'm not that in that ballgame. I don't like even young women. There's a little problem with that. I'm sorry. It's like young little guys. Put them over there.
That's not your thing.
Okay, it really is something.
That's not your thing.
But it's not. But beyond not my thing, it's I don't. There are people out there who do, and that's not me. And I'm really serious.
You know, Jim, if I thought that was you, I wouldn't waste my time here with you. Because if I felt that way, I'd say, you know what, Jim's like that, throw you away, and out the door I go.
Okay, let me give you another indication. I taught music for 31 years. I have never been arrested in that 31 years for any kind of child molestation or anything like that. In the 31 years, I've seen many, many kids go through my system. Through the systems that I work, it's the wrong ballgame. I mean, it's not me.
Okay. So when you were online chatting, and you felt that you felt like you were talking to somebody who possibly did understand and probably had some experiences, you felt like you could let go, right?
You know, it's funny. To put it in perspective, over the last couple weeks, which China's been involved, I did not feel that way until tonight. And I don't know what made that difference. I have no idea what made that difference, but I felt like maybe it's a movement on the part of the people whoever did it to kind of motivate me to go that direction. No, I really was very, very cautious of not letting any information out, not even my emotions until tonight.
Tonight you felt, that you could be.
I guess I was
like free.
I was just looked down. I was tired of playing games and doing things and just backed off and just okay. You want to talk? You want to get together? Here's my phone number. Give me a call. I'll do it. I mean, really, it's
and you let your guard down.
I let my guard.
You let your guard down.
I let my guard down only because of the fact that I had my guard up for weeks.
Yeah.
And only and through that guard that I had, I thought maybe she needed some help. Maybe she needed to talk to somebody. Maybe she was moving in a direction that I could help her in some way. Really, that's the honest answer.
And what did you want to talk to her about? I mean regards to
I wanted to open up those channels. I don't know where she was in that regard. I wanted to open it up so she could talk to me. And she in the past she was guarded too.
And she. You talked about a lot of things. You said you talked about, different things. How was it you guys talk about? I know you said you let your guard down, and you're feeling lonely. How many times did you guys talk about sexual things?
Nothing up until tonight.
Okay, nothing.
That I'm aware of.
Are you aware?
I don't remember anything, the connotation of the, and if it was, it was like really off the wall.
Off the wall.
Yeah, it wasn't like as straightforward as it was.
So what do you consider straight, kind of off the wall? Just something that you remember us talked about?
I don't remember. I don't remember specifically.
You guys, I mean, you just off the wall things, maybe about giving a blowjob or anything like that, or?
Or talking about what kind of relationship do you have? What she have with her boyfriend?
Okay.
I mean,
Do you guys go deeper than that?
He ever touch you?
Yeah.
About that? That's about it. That's about the extent of it. That's about the bottom of it.
I mean, did she ever talk to you about going deeper than that? I mean, any?
Not until tonight.
Okay.
And I'm not sure she really went that far with me as much as I went with her, which is my problem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What you guys talk about tonight? That just kind of seemed like everything.
I don't know what it was about tonight. I don't know what provoked that. Maybe it's just a commonality or just a talking over a period of time, which is probably a lot of it.
Kind of culminated over a couple
No,
of weeks.
it wasn't a culmination. It was more. It was more of a just a relaxed nature between two people. Like I said, it wasn't a culmination of things. It was more of a relaxed nature of understanding each other.
So you felt like you were on the same page?
Yeah, that we could talk about something.
And you were open. You guys were open.
I agree with that. I think it became for some reason it became more open tonight than ever before, and then obviously exploded. But again, I jump on you guys for that. I jump on you for that because that what I needed, whether it was Cheyenne or Joe Blow, I needed somebody to talk to, and instead of somebody to talk to, I ended up with investigations.
Well,
I understand. I don't criticize you for it. Don't misunderstand.
I understand.
It's a real social, and it's a real social problem. I don't know how often do you do this every night? No.
This is Jim. You know, like I said before, we're just trying to get at what happened tonight and what's been happening. And you know, I understand that you've had a rough time. You needed to talk to somebody.
Yes.
You could have went out with 2 women or 3 women the other night.
15. I mean,
Right.
the other night,
Yeah.
2 nights up there.
Talking to Cheyenne made you feel good. Kind of let you.
It solved a problem,
It-
but it didn't solve a problem in terms of I didn't do anything except for talk.
Yeah. And and then tonight was just a culmination of, you know, you felt like, you know, hey, maybe I need to see her. Maybe she can I can open up to her.
And that is really essentially it. Would it come to some sexual thing? I'm not going to say it wouldn't, but I'm on the other side of me, which it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. I can't believe your phone's ringing. it would not have, it would never reach that point because of the person I am.
Mm-hmm.
And because I would never take advantage of her. If you go back on those and you'll see it, how many times I asked her, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure? And the reason why is because I didn't want to hurt her. I didn't want to, she was young, supposedly. She was young and I did not want to do that. I really, this young thing.
I don't think you, Jim, you did not. I know you didn't want to hurt her.
No.
And you went there tonight to see her, to help her out, you know, and things could have, you know, but you would. I don't think if anything would have happened. And I'm talking anything.
Okay.
You would have never hurt her. Jim, I know that.
No, I wouldn't.
You would.
That's not me.
That's not you. But you were there for her. You were trying to be there for her, and you came here for that reason, to be there for her tonight.
And let's be realistic about that too.
Yeah.
I came here to be for her, possibly sexually too.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could ever have done that. I don't think I could ever. I mean, I'm serious. I told you this, went to the Swingers Club. So I've been dating. I have gone there twice, and I've walked away because, no, that's not what I want. I want to go to some place and meet somebody who really, really needs what I am, not my dick. You know?
He wants you for you. Wants Jim.
Yeah, and I'll do a hell of a lot for that. We can go into personal details on that, but there are people. There are people in my life who would do anything for me to just give up everything I have and just go with them. But I won't do it. And there are other people on the inside who need every bit of me, and I can't give them that because I've got this other person who really needs me, who won't say anything.
And tonight,
Sounds like there's a lot of relationship issues going on for
absolutely.
you right now.
Oh, absolutely. I have no question about it.
Yeah.
I can be specific about it. You want specifics, or you want to talk about legalities? I have a girlfriend who won't get married, who doesn't want to see me, except for on the weekends when she wants to get fucked. Okay. I have another woman who would love for me to just move in with her. I can't move in with her because she's not going anywhere. She's just not. I want this one to come around, and she never will. So what I do, juggle phone calls on those two. Then we add in the other emotions, and okay, so I can't satisfy any one of the two. I know you. I can see you're gone on this. You have no clue what I'm talking about. But this is all going on.
but these are your feelings.
Yeah.
These are your feelings.
Well, no, they're beyond my feelings. So they're people who affect my feelings, and they're people who I can get down on my knees and say, "Stop this shit."
And
they so eventually I'll die, and everybody else will go on.
and tonight,
It's just, as I said, I don't care. I don't want to be involved in a whole bunch of legal shit. I've been there before, not major, but
yeah.
I know what's like. I know what this shit is like. And
but you wouldn't be there for her tonight.
I wanted to help somebody out. I wanted somebody. Her mother was not around. Her father was not around, and she didn't know what to do.
And she had
Advanced.
emotional feelings, sexual feelings.
Mm-hmm.
She had a multitude of feelings.
Right. And I could answer some of those by my dialogue, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And impact friend.
But right now, we're talking about it, and that's the main point. I mean, you could come in there and say that, you know.
I still feel sabotaged.
I'm not trying to sabotage.
But I feel sabotaged.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that is I'm not out there fucking the 13-year-olds and or getting them drunk and taking them up to hotels, and as we obviously know from the news today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that, and I don't have a desire to do that.
But you felt a connection tonight.
I
Tonight
felt
was
she needed,
and she needed you, and you
and I needed her in some sense. I
and
needed to be able to.
let yourself go.
No. I needed to
help her.
There's a needy thing.
To help her.
I needed to fulfill a need of somebody, and I've always done it all my life. We go back to history with my school,
Yeah.
and it's always that trying to find